morning, everyone. Our top story tonight, 3 powerful companies want their hands on the Pokemon franchise for production of the live-action Pokemon movie. These companies include Legendary Entertainment, famous for such movies like 300, Dark Knight, and Jurassic World. With any luck, the Pokemon in the movie will be horrid creatures, and the main protagonist, Ash, will be a gritty, on-the-edge hero that we deserve but probably don't want. The other large company fighting for the rights is Sony, a company that recently lost a huge tug-of-war battle for Spider-Man. Rumor has it that Ash will appear in 3 live-action movies, the third of which he will go into a tap-dancing emo phase, and then have a completely different actor play him for 2 more movies before they lose him to another company. And last but most certainly not least is Warner Brothers Entertainment. With Warner Brothers already having the rights to several of the Pokemon movies in the past, we got to speak with Warner Brothers shortly before the show, and they simply said one sentence. They said, and I quote, "We call dibs." This just in, I'm receiving news that Michael Bay has decided to take the role of director for the live-action Pokemon movie. He stated that he's made a few creative changes. Carl's on the set for more information. Carl? Yes, I'm standing here on the set that's not to be seen of the live-action horrid train that is to be the first Pokemon live-action movie, directed by the misogynistic, mind-numbing movie tycoon director himself, Michael Bay, where, much like the Transformers movies, will take your childhood and rip it into shreds so unrecognizable you won't even be able to say the word Pokemon without vomiting in your own mouth a little bit. After talking with Bay himself, he assured me that some of the choices he made was for the best. The first of many creative choices was to have Ash Ketchum be a 25-year-old man who's back into Pokemon after retiring. He's also made adjustments to his team. Gone are the iconic Pokemon like Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charizard. Ash will now be sporting a team of 6 Electrodes, each carrying only one move. You guessed it. Explosion. And another nugget of creativity he's decided to forge was for the Pokeballs, known for containing Pokemon, are now to be served as unneeded testicles, with each Pokemon sporting 2 Pokeballs in between their crotches, thus ruining the image of our beloved Pokemon and reducing them to a quick childish joke that died quicker than it began. We didn't get to talk much after that, however we did get to speak with a woman who is playing the role of Misty in the movie. The role of Misty will be played by a 24-year-old woman who's very attractive and not much else. This lady knows nothing of the Pokemon franchise, and from the looks of it, only has scenes of her half-naked posing on cars with water poured all over her body. We got to have a brief talk with her, and for the safety, she has chosen for her name to remain unspoken. Here's what she had to say. So, how did you feel about being in the movie? OMG, yes! I love the opportunity to be in such a wonderful, experience. I remember this as, a kid or whatever. I love Digimon. I love Digimon, indeed. Back to you, Tyrone. This is gonna make Dragon Ball Evolution look like The Godfather. Anyway, our next story tonight. The game that fans started to believe was a drug-induced fever dream that never really existed, Pokemon Go, recently showed 9 minutes of pure gameplay footage. The footage was recorded from the game's beta form, which tells us that it will no longer look like this when the game is actually released to the public. Though we can't show you the gameplay for legal purposes, we can address to you a story of the man playing the game and his experience shortly after recording the footage. Here's Brenda with the story. Brenda? The story of a man that somehow managed to get his hands on the Pokemon beta game of Pokemon Go and live to tell the tale is a tragic tale indeed. For we can't reveal the man's name due to legal reasons, the man stated that shortly after playing Pokemon Go and recording it, he walked into a dark alley to find some Pokemon and met a strange men, that brutally beat him up and stole his iPhone. The man fainted, but before whiting out, the other guys that mugged him said the words, "Prepare for trouble and make it double." The man somehow managed to end up in the hospital where they did heal his injuries, but the man was unable to pay for the medical bills because half of his money had also been taken as well. His last words were, ... dot dot dot. A sad story indeed, Brenda. But on a lighter note, news, recent images leaked from the next generation Pokemon game, Pokemon Sun and Moon. The images are shown to be leaked from GameFreak's own Boro Boro magazine, and it appears to be a picture of a line. What does this line mean? Well, people with sense don't know, but thankfully millions upon millions of Pokemon YouTubers are making hundreds upon hundreds of prediction videos with theories about the line and its connection to the games. One YouTuber with far more subscribers and views than he deserves goes by the name of Champman445, stated in his line theory video that the line in the magazine is a line that leads to a connection of all of the regions in one, and it has the power that allows Pokemon to linear evolve, a new evolution to the Pokemon metagame, and the line may also be a callback to the original game as it too has lines in its beta programming. This theory video has received over 100,000 views and way too much credit for just a line, but hell, that's my opinion, and we all know that opinions are banned on YouTube. In later news, the Pokemon Porygon is said to be suing Pikachu for his place as mascot due to the fact that Pikachu was the one that caused the seizures that got Porygon in trouble in Electric Soldier Porygon episode. More on this story at 11. As for now, this has been TG3 News.